Having experienced much success myself and seeing success in many people over many years, I can tell you this one thing. Success doesn't go to the strongest or the fittest, as most people will have you believe. Success goes to the resilient, the one who won't quit, the one who keeps getting up in the morning regardless of what the outcome is. However bad the day is or good the day is, they keep going back at it every day, doing the same things they did before, doing them better, wiser, smarter, faster. Because in this game of business, it's showing up, coming back, and staying in the game.
This is my number one mindset that helped me to become a multimillionaire. Imagine you're 30 rejections away from becoming a multimillionaire. How fast would you want your rejections, and how excited would you be to get rejected? That mindset helped me to never quit and overcome all my adversities in my business.
I'll be real, if you want to be successful in this life, you just need to become really good at continuing. Like, your ability to continue is going to be your superpower in this life. Like, for example, if you fail, being able to continue when you fail is what's going to separate you from 99% of people. Your ability to continue having faith in your Lord when nothing makes sense is going to be the reason you get ahead of 99% of people. Your ability to continue being consistent no matter how little results you see is going to be the reason you get ahead of 99% of people. I admire people that just continue. They don't get attached to the result. They don't get attached to the failures and the confusion. They just continue. They know what they want and they continue. And this is what makes people successful. Your ability to continue. And so many of us do not have this ability. We see one hurdle, we start something else. We see another hurdle, we stop and start something else. Become good at continuing. Your life will change.
You don't need to be smart. You need to be consistent. Connections, money, looks, intelligence, those are all great. But you can beat someone with all of those things if you just have one thing, which is an insatiable desire to improve. No matter where they start, it's hard to beat someone who improves every second of every day without giving up.
When you believe it, there's no quitting. You never quit. Quitting is never an option. The people that quit, they never really bought into the idea in the first place. The second you think of something, you've got it intellectual. That expresses itself through the body. The body's just an instrument of your mind.
99% of success in business depends on these three things. Number one, grit. The ability to keep pushing when everything's falling apart. When clients ghost you, deals collapse, and your bank account hits zero, you don't quit, you get back up. Number two, resourcefulness. The ability to find solutions even when there are none. No money, you find a way. No team, you build one. No experience, you learn fast. Winners don't make excuses, they make moves. Number three, optimism. The ability to see every setback as a setup, every failure as feedback, every closed door as Allah redirecting you to something better. If you don't have these three qualities, then business isn't your game. Find something easier, because entrepreneurship will eat you alive.
Talk about grit, right? That ability to grind and stick with something even when you're not seeing progression, even when you don't see results being made. So it's a really important attribute, right? Professor Angela Duckworth, my buddy over at University of Pennsylvania, she says, look, Joe, it's the most important attribute. It's more important than intelligence. It's more important than domain expertise. That ability to grind through even when you don't see immediate results, even when it looks like you're going backwards. That ability to stay gritty and grind, that's the difference between winners and losers. That's the difference between first place and second place. So look, it's no longer a luxury. You've got to embrace it. You practice piano, you practice math, you practice cooking, practice some grit.
You do realize that the one main thought that is on your mind every single day is that you want to get rich and you actually want to achieve your dream life. It has to happen, right? And I'll explain that it has to happen. Because when have you ever seen a story of someone that wanted to be rich, that you look up to online, that was obsessing over getting rich since he was 14 years old and then it just didn't happen? Like, you see stories of thousands of people every single day saying, I tried for 2 years, I tried for 4 years. Finally, it clicked and it happened. And that is going to be you. Like, there's no difference. It's just going to happen one day. And the only thing that changes is, like, you start getting better and better, therefore your mind starts getting stronger and stronger, seeing that it's actually real. Like, obviously right now, if you've ever seen yourself getting rich, like, it's kind of hard for our mind to believe something that our eyes have never seen. But if you can convince your mind that you do see it and every single day you envision it, it has to happen. It is forced to happen. That's That's how the laws of the universe work. Like, it's not like there's a 50-50 chance. You can get anything you want out of life.
When it comes to the traders that are able to succeed, like what do you feel like makes the difference between the winners and the losers?
The biggest difference between a winner and a loser is a winner doesn't quit. Losers, they'll find every excuse in the book to quit, whereas a winner will find every reason to keep going. It all comes down to the level of commitment and the fact that they need to make this work. It's not about, should I make it work or do I have to? No, they have to make it work. It's not just a want. It's not they just want money. They need money to make ends meet.
Friends, motivation will fade, but discipline is what's going to carry you. And over time, consistency doesn't just build your business, it builds your mindset, your resilience, and your toughness. So remember this, focus gives you consistency, and consistency creates the results. And together, they make you unstoppable.
Unfortunately, the only way to mitigate not being successful is to not quit. That's it. If you don't quit, you might make it. And if you quit, you definitely won't. And honestly, I think after all the years I've seen people make it and not make it, the only common denominator is that.
Most of the time, business is just about not quitting. In reality, most people give up too early and really don't put in the time to actually learn something. They're looking for that get-rich-quick thing, and because of that, they never become an expert at what they're trying to do. And, most of the time, people are, a couple days away from success. Just when you're about to give up, that's usually when good stuff starts to happen. That's even what happened to me in my business, that I didn't even have a client for the first 4 months, and then one came, and because of a testimonial and review, I was able to get a bunch more. And the amount of times I thought about giving up was, very many. But I ended up not doing that, and because of that, I'm very thankful. So my number one piece of advice is stop giving up too early and actually putting in time to learn something, because most people just give up too early.
And bro, you gotta get rich, bro. Like, what are you doing? People your age are making millions of dollars and you're sitting here worried about useless things. Like, bro, you're really worried about if a girl does not like you or not. You're really over here talking about parties and clubbing and all this other stuff. Like, bro, you gotta get rich. Your time is running out. Your people are getting older. You're getting older. You're not where you need to be at. There's people your age lapping you every single day. I'm 19-year-old. Bro, literally sitting here, I'm a multimillionaire, and I'm not telling you that to brag, bro. I'm telling you that to lock in. Lock in, bro. You don't have as much time as you think. Focus up.
One bad chapter don't define a book. You just stayed on the page too long. Flip it, bro. Flush it. Keep it pushing. Let it make you stronger.
It's impossible for you to fail if you know who you are, what you want to do, and you wake up every day and work toward it.
Most people are willing to trade their entire lives in order to not look stupid in front of who? In front of a whole bunch of that are never going to do anything their entire lives.
What you find out is most people don't really want it. Most people are scared to go all in. Most people are scared to sacrifice themselves.
You can either A, sacrifice temporary fun for permanent dreams, or sacrifice your permanent dreams for temporary fun. And the reality is a lot of you guys are willing to sacrifice your permanent dreams for some temporary fun. Yeah. And that temporary fun is never going to get you anywhere.
That's why I even try and tell people that just embrace the struggle, bro, because one day it's going to be done.
Embracing the struggle, realizing that the struggle is what makes you you, is what's going to help you get to where you want to be.
You really only need a couple things to be successful long term. You got to build the grit, the determination, the fortitude to not quit, and you got to be smart enough to learn from your mistakes, okay? The first time, if for sure the second time. If you're someone that can make the same mistake 7 times, you can't make it in business. But if you're someone that can, make that mistake and then say, all right, cool, I lost $10,000 today because I made this mistake. That lesson cost me $10,000, and then look at it as an investment in your education and then never make that mistake again. Bro, there's no limits to how far you can go.
Success goes to those who refuse to quit. Success is a game of attrition. It's hard. You're going to fail. You're going to embarrass yourself. You're going to do dumb things. And when that happens, most people just stop. If you keep going and you're running the physics of progress, you're not lying to yourself, all that good stuff, you really can find your way out of it, but it's going to take time. Like if you're trying to go from 6 figures to 7 figures, you want to make something that people really want. If you make the user cool for knowing about it and the product is awesome and you can give the product away, at that point all you have to do is step back and watch your company grow.
This is the entrepreneur life cycle until you learn how to break free from it. And so there are 6 stages. You have stage 1, which is uninformed optimism. This is where you see your friend or you see something online and it looks like they're making money or it looks like there's some opportunity and you think, oh my God, that sounds amazing. And you have optimism because it looks great, but it's uninformed because you have no idea what it entails. So then you dive in and you say, okay, I'm gonna pursue this thing, whatever it is, baking cupcakes, or I'm gonna do lawn mowing or whatever. Second step is you get into it and you're like, oh my God, I don't know. There's so many things involved in this and this is significantly more complicated than I expected. So then you become an informed pessimist. You now know that it's hard or significantly harder than you expected. The third stage is you have your crisis of meaning or the valley of despair. So you're continuing to do this stuff, it's continuing to not work, and you keep working, and it keeps not working. And so this is the step, and this is the point of truth. And this is the cycle where the paths of the entrepreneur split. And the vast majority of people take this next step, which is they then say, you know what? There's that thing over there that my other friend's doing. Maybe I should do that instead. And so then they hop back to uninformed optimism, and then they go boom to informed pessimism, and they just go around and around and around, and they live the same 6 months for 20 straight years. Now, the other path from the valley of despair is sticking with it. And so then you become an informed optimist, because now you understand, you still understood all the bad stuff, but you also understand the good stuff and how to avoid the bad and maximize the good. And then once you're there, you stick on that path long enough and you end up achieving what you originally thought was really easy and fast.
Let me tell you something, even more so than the private jets and the nice watches and the fancy cars, the respect that money affords you from everybody else makes it worth it.
There was a study that came out 2 years ago that asked, why do we quit? I'm talking about a long run. Why do I quit? If I'm not injured, like what actually causes quitting? When do we decide that something is futile? And it turns out that for every bit of effort, any bit of effort, lifting a glass of water or running up a hill or in a fight, there are little bits of adrenaline that are released in the brain and body. And there's a counter. There's a cell type, which are called glia, which literally means glue in Latin. These cells are paying attention to how much norepinephrine is coming. And if it hits a certain threshold, the brain stops voluntary control over the musculature. It says, that's it, I quit. And there are these beautiful experiments where they manipulate the visual environment so that they're certain that this isn't lack of muscle fuel, or liver fuel. This is lack of neural fuel. Dopamine pushes back that level of noradrenaline and it gives you more gas. It lets you go further.
You need to understand that you are poor because you do not create anything. You simply consume. And you will not become rich in life until you create something the market consumes, whether that be a service, whether that be a product, whatever it may be. Create value and others will consume it in return for money.
I laugh every time I hear people saying, yeah, I don't like working for other people, so I want to work for myself because I want to set my own hours. Yeah, right. Let me tell you what, when you work for yourself, there's no Christmas, there's no Easter, there's none of that shit when you work for yourself. In the early days, you're working through all those holidays. Every day something bad happens. Every day there's problems. Every day somebody's trying to fuck you and take what you've built. It's a war every day when you get up in the early days.
When the money comes, it comes. Once you start making money, you learn how to make money. Money is no longer the thing that you think it was when you get to it. But getting to it, to get that understanding, you lose the pack. You lose the pack because the pack is like, I want it here. Because it didn't show up here, I gotta go figure out a new thing to do that's gonna give it to me here. And they gotta recycle, they lose focus. Yes, you're never completing anything. You never finish nothing. So the thing that you think you're focusing on, you keep quitting to start something else that you think is the idea, and it's just a cycle. It's a cycle.
You just don't ever quit. I tell people all the time, I wasn't always the smartest person in the room. I was just the SOB that refused to quit.
If you quit now, you're gonna be a loser your entire life. That's it.
Consistency, man. That's the name of the game, bro. If you keep going every single day and don't stop, your competition will fall off, bro. These niggas ain't cut like you, bro. They ain't ready for prime time. They ain't trying to really get right. Give it a year. Watch what happens.
And I'm telling you from the bottom of my soul, it is so easy to beat people today. They are so soft. They have no work ethic. No one can stick with anything. Everyone's distracted. They're on social media. They're counting their notification because they can't stick with shit. They can't say no. The point of that first phase of growing the business, because you start making sales, is to get better, not to get rich. The point in the first phase is to learn, not to earn. If I started a new cleaning business tomorrow,
The first year would just be trying to nail the model. I wouldn't be thinking about what we're growing every month. I wouldn't care. I would only be focused on how can we make this experience so that no one leaves. And that's all my obsession is, because I know that once that happens, whether you sell 1 customer a month or 5 customers a month or 10 customers a month, your business will not stop growing. And we will just keep fucking growing.
If you give up on your dreams, what do you have left? Nothing. I can't live that way.
The biggest mistake a person can do right now, no matter in which situation you are, is to give up. You might not reach the best version of yourself in this lifetime, but a better one than you are right now.
Believe in yourself. Don't fear failure. Dream big. Work hard. Stay positive. Enjoy the journey.
And dreams do come true. Anything you want can happen and become a reality. I believe that sincerely, and I'll die on that thought.